Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, the podcast for new and aspiring indie authors.
We're your hosts, Rachel and Rob, here to help guide you on your writing journey.
Join us each episode as we share tips, insights and practical advice to help you take the next steps towards becoming a successful indie author.
Whether you're working on your first book, navigating self-publishing, or looking to connect with fellow indie authors, this is the place for you.
So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's hit the road to your publishing dreams.
Because right in the end, it's just the beginning. Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, episode 3. This is the third difficult album thing. Is that even a thing? Yeah, it's the third album that's difficult, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know that one.
Yeah, because they have the first one that goes really well. The second one, everyone jumps on that one because of the first one, and the third album's a difficult one. So this is our third episode. I don't know why I said any of that. just getting that minute count up.
Yeah.
Episode 3, and today we're going to be talking about social media, which is it's a must for any author. But more than that, how you can use social media before you've even written a single word. And I'm hoping Rachel will do most of the talking again, because she did very well last week. And when I say last week, it was yesterday. but because we're going to be doing these weekly, it was last week.
So do I need to pretend I wrote 20,000 words between episodes?
Well, I was just about to ask, how many words have you written this week?
This morning I wrote 3,000.
3?
3.
Yeah, I've done. I did 1,500 words. Most of it was notes for this Easter book that I've got coming, which is good. So it's constantly in my head now. Took the dog for a walk, and yeah, here we are once again.
I did some notes for our Thrive book.
Yes, so because it's been a week since our last episode, I should now have written 3,500 words of this new book, as should you. Yeah. But we've written none because it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
But I did brainstorm some ideas.
Before we start waffling about social media, what's the story going to be about?
So, I was playing with the idea of a portal detective agency that they have.
Okay.
And my character's going to be like... I couldn't decide whether because I like the fancy things, so I couldn't decide whether she's going to be some tarot reading something, or a witch that owns like a tea shop, but all the teas are like... do different things, you know,
like different potions.
Yeah, and then I was like, maybe some people in the little town she's in think she's a fraud, and then there's a few people that believe in it, and then maybe your character needs her for something. Yeah, right. That was my idea, and I was like, it was going kind of like a cozy-ish vibe with fantasy.
Okay, so
mix everything.
So you're basically writing the character that lives in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
So I guess
we could both live in the real world and go through to the fantasy world together, maybe.
So I guess I could write a character from the real world.
Or yours could live in the fantasy world and come and get mine and scare her to death because maybe she does think she's a fraud.
So they're going to know about this portal?
I'm not sure. That's as far as I got.
Right, okay.
We're playing with it.
So, well, yeah, I like that idea. So, say, like, if you wrote your character Witchy Richardson, let's call her for now.
Yeah.
And she lives in the Shire. Ish. Let's just call it that for now. Probably change that though at some point. But so if you're Witchy Richardson lives in the Shire, and I have Barry from from North Manchester or something. So that, like, Witchy Richardson would probably know about the portal,
Maybe.
but Barry wouldn't, would he?
It depends on what kind of character. Either you want him from... You could start off with he's from the world and he comes through the portal and grabs her through because he needs her help, or he's human. It depends what you prefer.
Well, you said like you'd like a cozy mystery kind of thing.
That was just the way it was going when I was brainstorming it, but you know, it was like
well,
cozy fantasy.
The old grey matter's working now, and I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah, maybe he could be an assassin from the other world who needs help. I don't know. Because I was then going down the route. Have you seen the film Ghost? Everyone's seen Ghost, so if you haven't, I'm going to throw something at you.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when she's like the fraudulent medium until he shows up?
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe she could be like the fraudulent witch until your character shows up.
Right, okay.
That was the other way I was going. It's kind of like, this is what I do when I brainstorm, it's like throw all the ideas down there.
Right. So Witchy Richardson is now called Oda Mae Brown.
Yeah.
We'll have to change again.
You're Sam.
Sam Wheat.
Yeah.
And Sam Wheat turns up.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to do my character, because he is in the real world, just have a little mystery at the beginning of the story where he discovers this new world. Maybe, I don't know if it'd be an heirloom or something like that. Maybe he's a portal keeper, or the family might have been a portal keeper, and just something very cliched, I guess.
Yeah.
Gets a book from...
Maybe someone in his family dies, like his grandmother, and there's a door in the basement they're not allowed to go to, and he's like cleaning the house and the door.
Yeah, he's like unpacking the. He's got like a grandma who used to be a Witchy Richardson in the Shire, but then she went to live in the real world, and he's kind of, she's died. I mean, this is all my side of the story, I guess. Yeah. He's died, and
she's died, not he's died.
She's died. He hasn't died. She's died, and he's packing up the house or something, and he finds this portal. Yeah, I like it. I'm excited now. Right, I can make a start. There's 500 words there, definitely. I think I said about
but now I need
1,500.
To decide whether my character's in the real world or the portal world.
So I think the real world, because it's the real world, don't know about these portals. A bit like Harry Potter, say. You know, no one knows about the that platform at Euston. 9 3/4, is it?
King's Cross Station.
Yeah, that's it. So the story for Barry, Sam Wheat, is more of a discovery story. Yeah.
So what if he activates the portal, and my witch has been playing, my Oda Mae Brown has been playing the fraud, and because he activates the portal, it activates something for her?
Right.
Maybe.
Oh, I've got an idea.
Go on.
Time works different, so I always want to add some sort of time shit.
You like time travel.
But time works different, and so Grandma, who's died, who was a witch, and she came to live in the real world, she's grown old quicker, and then you've got your character who's her sister or something, and there could be some sort of family-y thing, and obviously because Barry Sam Wheat is part of that bloodline, something that'd be your side.
Yeah.
I've got an idea. Yes. And I think the title definitely needs to be Witchy Richardson.
Witchy Richardson.
Yeah. Oh, I love it when I get new ideas. That's why I've got about 80,000 works in progress.
Yeah, so we'll starting mine off in the
Shire.
Is she been in the portal world already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, from her point of view,
but it's her real world, but she's from the portal world, yeah.
So you get to invent all that good stuff.
Yeah. So is he going to stumble on her, like, when he goes through? Maybe because the grandmother died, something weird's happened.
Yeah.
So there's like loads of weirdness going on, and then suddenly he turns up.
And maybe she left the portal world to steady something,
Yeah.
and now
Or
she's died.
maybe the grandma's got some secrets. Like.
Yeah. Fucking grandma.
Have you ever
Cool.
read
Yeah. Right. I know where to start with it now.
Yeah, you like time travel. So have you ever read the book 11/22/63?
Which one?
11/22/63.
Come on.
With Stephen King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever read it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think it is my favourite.
Yeah, it's
Stephen King book.
Favourite book by him recently.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I even love the series. Usually, the Mester series.
I've not watched the series.
It's brilliant. The only difference, though, is because he's on his own in the book, isn't he?
Yeah.
The character, but because you can't, it'd be very boring. He has kind of like a sidekick in the series.
Yeah.
And they work it quite well into it. And the other thing is, he goes back and forth quite a lot.
Right, because he does it a couple of times, doesn't he, in the book?
No, well, that's what I mean. He goes back and forth a couple of times in the book. He sort of just stays there. I think it's not as long until the assassination, or a bit longer, one of the two. But there's a few bits like that, and the ending was different.
Right.
But it was good. It was. It was pretty. I think he was an executive producer on it, to be honest.
Yeah, that is definitely one of his best books.
Yeah, I love.
It took me ages to read it though, because I kept picking it up and starting it, and picking up and starting it, and then once I got into it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Yeah, it's massive as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also like his take on time travel, really, because you go in back to the 50s, but then if you come back through the door, you've been gone a minute, but then if you go back through, it's reset to that very moment.
Yeah.
And that's how Al, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's made with the beef.
Yeah, the beef managed to keep prices so low.
We've just spoiled it for everybody.
It's brilliant, yeah. If you haven't read it or seen the series, it's one. What is it? 2011/63.
11/22/63.
You're like, oh yeah, American. They do it the wrong way.
Apparently, he started that in the 70s when after Kennedy was originally assassinated.
Yeah, and he felt it was still too soon.
Yeah, and also he was too young of a writer.
Yeah. Right, that's so we've got our story idea now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just call him Sam for now.
Sam and Odime.
Yeah. We can change it later.
Might just call him May.
Yeah, May. Yeah.
Oh, there's the dog.
Right, so we're gonna so because we are at the beginning of this podcast, and I did a shout out to a couple of authors that I know, and for questions, and I got a few back. And today's question, where is it now?
Do you know
today's
I could put this on my Instagram and put a shout out, because that my Instagram, even though I've not posted on it for ages, actually gets quite a few stuff through.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Any questions? Yeah. I've had a few pinging through, so.
I remember I asked questions a while ago, because when I was more active, I'm not really active at all on TikTok, and I got questions there, and then never got around to answering them, so I can probably pull them through.
Well, you need to answer them on TikTok. It helps with the algorithm.
I know.
But we'll get to that. So the question was, how do you set up social media channels, and could you give an overview, the pros and cons of each social media channel? Now, social media channel. Now, there's a few.
Yeah.
So I reckon we should just talk about the ones that we're familiar with. I don't do LinkedIn. Do you do LinkedIn?
I did LinkedIn years and years ago, but it's more business based that now, isn't it?
Yeah. And Threads.
I don't do X or Threads.
No, I mean, I think Threads was released by Facebook to as a sort of Twitter-ish thing, wasn't it?
I used to have one of my street team posting on Twitter, and there was some engagement, but it wasn't worth time.
No. Well, that's always been the sense with Twitter and X in the indie author community, isn't it? That it's just it's not worth it because it's a constant stream, constant barrage of you'd need all your readers to be on there right that second when you post, otherwise it's lost forever, the message, isn't it?
I think your three big ones are Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Yes.
And then YouTube if you like doing YouTube.
I mean, I don't really class that as. I guess it.
It is it's social media.
Yeah, because it's got comment section and stuff on it, and also now with it having its shorts.
Yes.
It's turning a bit TikTok-y.
I mean, I've had people asking. Well, I've talked about my books on my YouTube channel, asking about them. So if you like YouTube, it is a thing to go to. I think YouTube is a slow game though, and the content is more evergreen. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I love YouTube as well. I just need to start posting more again on it. So let's do Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and then maybe a little bit on YouTube. Yeah. So let's start with. I mean, if you're just starting a book, or if you're writing the book now, you want to get yourself an author page, at least, just because it doesn't really work well if it's your normal your personal Facebook page, because it's all the people. I mean, how many of your mates know that you write or care that you write? They don't, and this needs to be for readers and also for connecting with other authors, I think, and it's your community, that side of.
Is your Facebook your personal Facebook, or is it just an author Facebook?
It's. Now I've got an author one, and actually I've got two author ones because my Facebook ads, they wouldn't let me do it on the one that's connected to my my personal one, so I had to make up a new Facebook just so I can run ads, which means I've sort of got two Rob Radcliffe author pages and two RJ Radcliffe author pages, but that's fine. I'll eventually migrate over to this new Facebook that I set up, but I'm just so used to being on the other one that I haven't done yet. But yeah, I've got a. That's the long way of answering. Yes, I have an author page.
But your actual profile is your personal one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to do things a lot. So I know that you can. Like when we were setting up the indie author Facebook page and Facebook group, I'm still getting lost between both of them, even though the page is connected to one of my accounts and then the group is connected to the other. So I'm constantly having to go in and out of my different Facebook accounts just to make life more difficult for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I have a author page. I think I've got about 400 followers. I don't really do much with it, and I don't post on it much. Yeah. And that's not what I'm going to be saying now. You need to post on it and do stuff on it and talk about your book and just get a little bit and join groups of writing groups, author groups, stuff like that. Facebook's brilliant for all the different groups that you can join and communities you can join. Yeah. And how about you? What's your Facebook presence?
I've got, because I've got two pen names, I've got a Facebook for each of them.
Yeah.
And my pen name X has probably got the bigger following. Like my page has probably got about 11,000 followers on there.
How many?
11,000 followers on there. But I've had that Facebook since talking 2012. So
yeah.
And that Facebook's grown with me as an author. So I think I was quite lucky on that one. And so I did, and I was sharing my journey when I started on Facebook. Like I can remember having a page that was just to share bits of my stories, and that's where I gathered some of my original fans. I was in reader groups for the genre that I was writing in and chatting, and then sharing bits of what I was writing, and then they friended me and then just naturally followed me. Whereas on my other page for me, Rachel, it's actually such a slower growth, and it's so weird that for me, that I have this one that's way up here and this one that's still all the way down here, and I'm trying to. This is like a new person, even though I'm not new to writing.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I've got 100 followers on my actual Rachel page, but mostly because I don't post, because I'm not in that I'm a new writer, look at what I'm writing, because I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've seen it quite often. I mean, when I started on social media, I wasn't a new writer.
Yeah.
You know, I'd written a dozen books already, so it
Yeah.
wasn't me struggling with any journey. I knew that I had my voice, my writing voice. I
Yeah.
didn't need help with the story, because when you've written 10 books, you don't need help with the story. You sort of know what you're doing, don't you?
Yeah, I think I was just fortunate that I did everything new at the same time. So when I joined Facebook, and then I joined reader groups and writer groups, and it wasn't the groups that we have now, and there were pages and you could see what everyone was doing.
Yeah.
You could really connect with people, and I remember it being like, oh, I can go and find other writers and making friends with them.
Yeah.
But,
And then when you have new launches, like you said, when you have new launches and stuff, and you plug in your books, more people are finding you, and then straight away they join Facebook pages, and that's why you've got 11,000 people on one.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one that I run my ads off as well, so I get a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Because my ads.
Yeah, but yeah, I found that people are following you when they've seen an ad.
Yeah.
Sometimes commenting.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
But Facebook, I mean, is Facebook now? I mean, it's the organic reach is crap, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Although I think Facebook is still good to connect with the other writers. I mean, if it wasn't for Facebook and social media, we wouldn't be here, because I wouldn't know you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I saw you in the 20 Books group posting something about YouTube channels, so I went and noted at your YouTube channel and saw your 24-hour...
Oh, right, when I was setting it up, when I was asking questions.
You just done your 24-hour writing session, and I watched that, and then I think I added you on Facebook. Sound like a right stalker. And
this is how people meet, you know.
Yeah, and then I think we just happened to be in the same area, so we had that Craig Martell meetup.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But that was social media, and I've read the book, and I've not got it next to me now. Share Your Work by Austin Kleon, and he talks about going on social media and sharing your journey right from the beginning, even before you're writing your book, and just make friends, and don't join places with the intention of selling your book.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse, because we're all a member of a few groups, probably all the same groups, because there's a few big communities, isn't there, writer forums and stuff, and there's nothing worse when a newbie author comes on and puts up the book saying, I've just finished this book, you know, will you help me out by buying and giving a review? And it's like, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
This is full of people that now hate you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Facebook, I think you do need one anyway, because as you go further on down in your author journey, you will inevitably be running ads, I guess, at some point. And Facebook ads is the daddy of advertising for authors.
Yeah, definitely.
Still, for now.
Yeah.
I find that, I mean, I've just recently started going off topic a bit, but I started running some ads for my Divine series, for my pen name, and I found that it's older people, so from 50 upwards, that are clicking and buying more than the younger lot, because the younger lot just aren't on Facebook. They're,
no, Facebook is our age upwards.
It's boring, innit? They have to read.
Yeah.
So I found, with these Facebook ads, I'm developing a nice solid following of people who are going to be retiring soon, and hopefully have load of income they can buy my books with.
Yeah,
there's not much not many people, especially in the 20s. I hardly see anyone.
My Facebook interactions that I get from people from my ads, they're all probably women over 40.
Yeah. When I started Rob Radcliffe, because it was chick lit from the guy's point of view, basically. I thought it would be people like me,
Yeah.
people in the mid-30s at the time, reading bloke books, and it wasn't. It was the mid-50s woman who was reading it, because I guess it is the same. Even though it's from the boy's point of view, it was the same genre as women's fiction and stuff. So I've got
Imagine I've read Nick Hornby and stuff like that. I think his books.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess so. It's it's good. Facebook, yeah, you sort of need it, especially for later on when you get a bit more advanced and you're running ads and stuff. You need an account for that, and it's good to just start off. If you've just started writing your first book, even before you've got an idea, just post on there saying I'm thinking of writing a book, and just get used to posting.
Yeah. And you might be talking to yourself for a while, but you get there eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, innit? Feeling like you're just talking to yourself and just putting out all this, all these tidbits out into the void.
Yeah, but though one of the good things about talking to yourself is that there's no one there to criticise you, so you can't really go wrong. So you can kind of...
Especially when you right at the beginning, because it could change everything for you if you start getting trolled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So embrace, if you haven't started a Facebook page, set one up and talk to yourself for a good 6 months.
Yeah.
And embrace the fact you haven't got any dickheads chiming in.
Yeah, because you eventually do wish they bugger off.
Yeah. I love me though. I think it's giving back, working in the pub trade over the bar. You've seen it all. I love giving back, but people keep telling me you need to stop doing that because you look petty. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. Give the advice of don't bring your personal crap to your Facebook page for your author page, because you've got to remember you're a brand.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You're cutting yourself in half now, so you've got your personal stuff for all your cat pictures and pictures of your grandson or whatever, but this is about your books, and if you're going to do about a journey and stuff, I mean, if you're going to go on holiday and stuff, fine, but sort of try and put a writery...
Still post the kids and post the pets, but it's when you start posting the petty crap.
Yeah.
That I think it was like...
Oh my God, I can't believe Janine from next door is just...
Yeah. Well, it was like when we were talking about Patreon and Ream, and how they basically, when they'd fallen out on Ream and aired it got rid of loads of people.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, that
I left it.
Yeah, that's... And there was a few people that left it, and there was a couple of big YouTubers that I follow that left it as well. And I'm like, that's the kind of stuff that you don't put out.
Yeah. Oh, well, they'll live and they'll learn, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's Facebook.
Yeah. I set it up straight away.
Yeah, set it up straight away. Even if you haven't, even if you've just got an idea, even if you've only got a Witchy Witcherson and Sam Wheat, set it up and start talking about that. And you'll find people will be really supportive as well, and they'll follow you because they'll want to follow your journey.
Yeah, especially if they join the Indie Authors Roadmap group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that one.
That's really good.
Join us. Join our Facebook page, and we'll follow you, and you can tell us all about it because we love to hear stories.
And we'll cheer you on.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Right, Instagram, you talk because I don't have a clue.
See, I'm not really a big Instagram user as in trying to sell my books. My Instagram usage is more as a writer talking to other writers rather than a writer talking to readers.
This is more community, like...
Yeah,
of peers.
Yeah, but of the people that I do follow, they just snap pictures of their day, of their writing desk. They talk about their books, whatever they're doing. It's the same crap basically, posting on Facebook.
Yeah.
But just putting it on Instagram. And I think there's definitely a market on Instagram. It's one to get. I know the likes of Adam, and I've heard Cara talk about they have really good engagement on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, with Adam, when he started AP Beswick, when he started off, he started on Instagram, and it was a journey story, like we were saying, from day dot, and doing that and posting it and stuff, and then obviously when he jumped on TikTok, that kind of followed over onto Instagram as well, because he was posting the same videos.
But from what I can see, or when because I was listening to him, he was on the Author Rebel podcast with Carl.
Yeah.
His Instagram now is bigger than his TikTok.
Yeah, well, it sort of always has been, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got about 200,000 followers on Instagram, and I think he just made 100,000 not long ago on TikTok.
Yeah.
And he said that the it's weird because they both seem to come in waves.
Yeah. And the one thing I've heard him say is, don't be afraid to post the same content on all your different platforms.
Yeah.
Because not all the same people are on all the platforms.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, especially with video content like your TikTok and Instagram. Is it Instagram Reels? Is it called Reels? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as Facebook Reels. Yeah.
The thing is, you can actually cheat, and I do this on my pen name X. Is I have them both linked up, so if I post on one, it automatically posts it to the other one.
Yeah, I've got that on my Facebook. I clicked something when I set it up, and whatever I do on Facebook gets thrown over to Instagram as well.
Yeah.
It's about the journey, isn't it? For a new writer, it's about telling your story.
Yeah. And you will get random strangers supporting you, and then they get dead excited when you get your book out. That's what I found.
Yeah. So that's Instagram, really. Neither of us have much experience with it.
No. And I should do. I should go more on it, because it's...
Yeah. Should we talk about TikTok now?
Yeah, you probably know more about that than me, because I'm one of these that I'll post every day for like 3 weeks, and then you won't hear from me for 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with TikTok. I guess this is the same with in any sort of video. If you're going to be posting video content, it's consistency. As with any social media, you've got to be consistent. TikTok is great because you're not every single time you post a video, you're in front of new people. It's not the same people seeing your stuff all over and over again. There will be those that follow you and like you all the time, all your videos, that will get to see your stuff again. It's just the way the algorithm works. But you'll be finding new people constantly, and it's great fun. And you get the minimum you get put in front of is really about 200 to 300 people each video. You get a lot of authors complaining that they're stuck in the 200 view club, but it's still 200 people that TikTok's allowed to see your book adverts or your journey or whatever you're doing to entice a community into following you. You will get 200 to 300 people every single time that you post. So if you're posting 3 times a day, you're getting 600 people, which is a lot of people.
200 is a lot of people. If you had to think about it, if you had to go and stand up in front of 200 people and talk about your writing for that day, you'd shit yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's. But people always get obsessed with 10,000 views, and stuff like that. One thing that I did do on TikTok, which is absolutely what we've been talking about, this journey, I did like a slide reel thing, so lots of different videos with writing on them, with text on them.
Yeah.
And I managed to find a load of old photos. So there was one when I was 15, and saying that this author wanted to write a book. Well, this kid wanted to write a book, and then I flipped to one in my 20s, and blah 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 blah, and it did pretty well. It got like 14,500 views, and a few sales of the books, which I've never really. I think it's because I haven't been that consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, TikTok's great. And there's something wrong with me though, because I get really like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start really putting my mind to social media marketing, because number one, it's free.
Yeah.
It's not Facebook ads, and it's consistency again. It's like the writing every morning. If you just make it part of your day, and you slowly but surely have a spot for it in your day, then it becomes part of your day, and you're not thinking about it like that. I haven't got that far with posting on TikTok, and I think that might be something that I'll start doing in the new year, because it's not
challenge
now,
each other.
so I don't have to do it now. Yeah, a separate challenge, TikTok challenge. That's how I got into TikTok. James Blatch was running a TikTok month, and I didn't really know how to do it, and I said to AP Beswick, do you fancy like jumping on this? And he said, yeah, but I'm a bit nervous about doing it. And I said, it'll be okay. And we were sort of like running mates for TikTok, and then he became absolutely obsessed. And whereas I was trying to, because I had my funny books, I was trying to do like little skits and stuff that would take ages to write and then edit.
He just sat there and pointed at his words. That was it. That was his video.
Yeah,
but it worked.
I was spending 2-3 hours doing one video and getting 200 views or whatever, because I've had to edit it and all the rest. I'd have like back and forth between one point, 5 different versions of me in a room. It just took forever, all evening, to just edit it, and it got 200 views. Brilliant. That was well worth an evening. And he was, Adam was just putting out 3 a day, every day, just concentrating. It's a book ad. And that's his mindset straight away was, I'm here to advertise my books. Why else would I be here? And which is true, And it works. I think was it April? I think it was April. We started it in the beginning of January, and in April he got his first semi-viral.
I think it was August was his big one, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got his. I mean, he seemed to have been more. He was more excited about the semi-viral one, because it was the first time he was hitting like 20,000-30,000 views, and then he did the biggie that just skyrocketed, and he was making $2,000 a day when it was in sales, and it's cost him nothing. All it's cost him is his time, but he was already in that frame of mind of doing it every day anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Part of his day.
He was. If you listen to Sasha Black's podcast, she was saying that he challenged her. So it was the 20 books. I think it was 20 books Vegas, 23. That she wasn't making what she wanted to make, and he challenged her to do TikToks every day, and then he was like an accountability partner, and then she had basically it takes months. It's not an overnight thing, and now she's a nice 6-figure author.
Yeah, and that's why social media is important.
Yeah,
because it's sort of two-tiered, isn't it? If you go viral, that's brilliant, but you're going viral with these people who are now your fans. So all of a sudden, you've got all these people that want to hear from you more and stuff. It's not like with running ads, someone will buy your book, and then only if they sign up later on down the line when they've read your book do you actually get to speak to them through your email list. With social media going viral, and you get all these people that are just interested in your book and really excited to start reading it. And even if they don't really like your book, if you're chatting to them already they're like you, so they're going to want to support you anyway.
Yeah, even if you don't get book sales, you get friends.
Yeah. So what TikTok, what do you think of it?
It's great. I'm the problem.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. I'm just not consistent with it, but mine is I get in my own head and I get in the who's going to care what you've got to say? Oh, look, that video looks stupid and stuff like that, and then I don't do it. And I need to get
I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, everyone's going to care about what I'm going to say in this video, and then no one does.
Yeah.
Which is rude of everyone. Shame on you, everyone.
Yeah. I think it's because you're on your own talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just like, oh, this is stupid, so I put it down and don't do it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm good at actually not watching the numbers. Unless I get like one view. I've had one video that had one view. I was like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, I've had a couple like that.
I think you say a word wrong or something and it'll block it.
Yeah, I did one and it had a cover version of Elvis Presley's Burning Love, which I love that song. I'm always doing it on karaoke and stuff. And because I love that song, I'm like, oh, it's going to be great on this video. One view. Yeah. I think that might have been me on a different device, actually.
Yeah. With social media is don't get hung up on the quietness and the views and whatever. Because... Yeah,
I mean, even the big guys who were killing it on social media, they just say, don't even come back. The only reason you're coming back to that video is if you've had comments and stuff attached to it to reply to people.
Yeah.
But I guess if you get so consistent with posting and that, it doesn't matter anyway because you're more concerned about what next you're putting on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to get better at social media.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't even post that much on my Facebook. I used to, and then I just don't.
Yeah, I think the mindset needs to be because I've had it where I'm going to start doing TikToks again, and I'll do it for 10 or 11 days. I'll post 3 a day, and I'll look back and see the engagement and how many views I'm getting, and it's all good. And I'm getting sales, which are obviously for that book kind of thing, connected to that video, and then I just stopped doing it.
I think it's that you miss a day, and then you miss another day.
Yeah. And
then you'll come back, and then you'll miss a day, and it just and eventually you just don't. That's what I do.
But it's sort of like an untapped well, isn't it? Because whereas like with the likes of ads, Amazon ads, Facebook ads, BookBud ads even, you're restricted by your budget.
Yeah.
Whereas with social media, you're only restricted by your time.
Yeah.
And what you're putting into it, and it's that old saying, what you put into, you will get out of.
Yeah, and the thing with your Facebook ads is you make them and pay for them, and they're consistent on your behalf.
Yeah.
They're constantly pinging out there until the money runs out.
But with social media, it doesn't cost anything. I mean, you can run ads and stuff, but it's just about having that constant presence there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you might never go viral, but what you will see is you'll see your views picking up. You'll see more engagement if you're just constantly there. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not.
See, on my pen name X, there was no TikTok and stuff like that when I was starting out. There wasn't really Instagram. It was Facebook. So there was never anything I had that went viral-ish. But it was a really nice growth over the years where I've got fans that have been with me from the beginning and grown me to a full-time author. But it's not something that's shot me out. My first month of sales, I sold 11 books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas with social media and especially video marketing, you can, I've got author buddy Hendrik. He started on TikTok, and he was doing lots of slide reels, which is the pictures, and you just slide past them with text on and some music in the background. And he was doing them consistently, and one of them went viral. And he didn't have an email list ready. He didn't have his book ready even.
Right.
I don't think he had it on pre-order, but he quickly put it on pre-order. And he said if only it had happened, when it was out, it was good for him, because all of a sudden he jumped into being an author with his first book out, with all these people interested in his book. But had the book been out, it would have been
See, that's another thing
nicer
we should talk
sales-wise.
Definitely, but that's another thing we should talk about with the social media, is things like having your link tree and your email list. So even if you've not got your book out, have your email list set up.
Yeah.
And a link
have
tree.
Your email list set up.
Yeah.
We will be going to. I love talking about email lists, so we'll do that one pretty soon. But yeah, have your email list set up with an automation to talk as soon as they sign up to that email list. They're going to get a few emails spaced out, so you don't have to do all the heavy lifting and try and figure out who's just signed up. So you need to send them this, that, and the other. It's all automatic once you've sent it. Once you set it up once, and yeah, your link tree. The only, which is, it's a mini website really, isn't it?
It's just got.
It just directs you to the places. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have that link tree, and you
it's like a tree of links, isn't it?
Yeah, funny enough, but you can put both your email sign up and your link tree on every social media, so no matter where they find you, they can connect if they want to. Yeah,
we've got ours on everywhere, haven't we? Apart from TikTok, because you need 1,000 fans, 1,000 followers before you can get your
before it's
link tree
clickable. I still, when I didn't have 1,000 fans, I still had the link there. It just wasn't clickable.
Yeah. But in the age of wanting to do everything quickly,
yeah,
and that sort of matters, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's the difference. Yeah. So those are the three social media. Has this chat been? Do you think there's been actually anything in it?
I think so.
Any take-homes?
Sign up for your social media. Don't throw your book in people's faces. And make sure you get a mailing list for when you make friends.
Yeah, and also, if you're doing video social media, don't be scared, because you just have a go. If you're a bit nervous about being in front of the camera and stuff, you get confident with it. It becomes second nature.
Yeah, and be consistent.
Consistent. That's the take home, innit? Consistency.
Yeah. And YouTube is the other one, the other social media.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, because I like my social media, but I'm on there, but I'm not consistent as I should be. It's not my least consistent, but it's a good one. I enjoy YouTube, and there's a couple of AuthorTube Facebook groups to be in.
Well, YouTube's long form video, isn't it? More than the others. And I set up a YouTube channel a few years ago when I was writing funny little silly rants and blogs, and just emailing them in my newsletters. And one of my readers said, "You should film it," and I thought, "Oh, all right then." And it was a nightmare, because I'd have it this sort of setup, and I'd have the page open, and I'd just be reading it, but you can't just read it, because then you're not looking at the camera, so you're not talking to the camera. So I'd have to memorise a bit, and then look it up, and then fuck it up because I've said the wrong bit, and then and in these rants, there's some bits where there's not a full stop for ages, so I'm having to memorise these great chunks, because I don't want to edit it, because no matter what, you can see it's edited. Sometimes you're all right, but I just didn't want it, and it'd take me 2 hours to do 1,500 words just to get it on the video. But even though it made me sweat a lot, I really enjoyed it. And then putting it out as The Reluctant Writer, which is my channel, it was great. And that video, the first video on the channel, was the the 24-hour write-a-thon that I did, and that was more a vlog, like just coming back in and letting no one know how far I was going at the time. But then I sort of stopped doing it, and I should get back into it because there's loads of other things I'd like to do in it. It's just, again, it's time in it. You know?
I think sometimes we overthink things.
Yeah. Because I was watching with YouTube. I was watching BookTube was massive at AuthorTube, and I was watching other authors and seeing what they were doing before I started up my Reluctant Writer one. And some of the things they were doing were great, and that's where I got the idea for the 24-hour write-a-thon, because they were doing a 12-hour one, and I wanted to beat them. And I just didn't think that's a long time to write. But it was good, and it was great to literally get in. I wrote 27,000 words, I think, in 24 hours, and it was brilliant. And I didn't write anything for the next 3 weeks after that. But you've got a YouTube channel, haven't you? You're writing one.
Yeah. It's got, I've probably got nearly 600 followers on there now.
That's gone up quite quick then, hasn't it? Because you were like,
because I was so nervous
to get to 100. You were like, it took ages, didn't it?
It was weird because I wanted to do it, but I was so nervous to it that I didn't really do anything with me on screen. And then I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna. I saw this AuthorTube tag, so I'm like, I'm just gonna do that. And it sounded so crap because I was so nervous filming it. And now I do. I post. Well, I was posting regularly. I haven't posted anything for like a month just because it's just the time of the year, it's super busy. But yeah, it's grown probably more this year. And I had one of my videos just weirdly suddenly take off. It was one that I recorded like 2 years ago, and it got me a load of people. And it was one talking about how to write in-depth point of view. It just, off it went, and I was like, okay. But yeah, I like YouTube. Mine is more time to edit the videos. That is my problem.
Yeah.
I can film them.
I mean, obviously, this podcast is going to go on YouTube.
Yeah. And I'm glad you're editing it, otherwise it'd never be published.
Yeah. It's to be fair though, the editing of the first episode took ages, and there's lots of cuts in it. But last week's episode, Thrive for 25, that didn't take much. So either getting better at it quickly, or waffling so much it doesn't matter.
No. See, for my YouTube
listeners
channel,
decide.
For my YouTube channel, I've got loads of videos recorded on my SD card. I've just not had time to edit. And by the time it comes to the evening, I can't be bothered. I'm too tired.
Yeah. Because it's not just about posting it with YouTube, is it? Like the back end, there's loads of little things that you've got to do in it.
You've got to get the thumbnail right and all this. So. Yeah,
I mean, my thumbnail, because that took longer than the actual recording and editing because of the brand that I'd done.
Yeah.
So I had to take a picture of myself because that needed to be in it, and then I had to put this big orange squiggle around me, but I didn't really know how to do that at the time on Photoshop. And it's dead easy. I know now. You literally just grab that and make it bigger and then colour it in. But I was just doing it by hand, and then I mess it up. It was a nightmare. So the original thumbnails were they used to take forever.
There needs to be an AI somewhere where you can plug all your video footage in and go edit.
Yeah, do the thing, Skynet.
Yeah. That would be so. This is where I love AI, when you've got the tools.
Yeah, it's coming. It'll be there soon.
Yeah,
we won't have to turn up for these.
So yeah.
It'll be deep fake.
Have you not seen those on Notebook LM? You can put something in and click deep dive, and it gives you a 10-minute podcast.
No.
Oh, go and have a nosy. Go and plug
your. What the fuck are we doing this for then? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Go and
watching Netflix now.
Go and do it. Go and get your book in a PDF and shove it into Notebook LM, and then on the screen, it's only on the right hand side, click deep dive, and it will give you a podcast about your book.
Then we're on 58 minutes, so that's a right good waffle, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And next week, what we're doing? We're doing Bootstrap.
Yeah, bootstrap your book.
And next week we'll have actually written some of the stuff. I will.
We might not have done because I might get a random message off you tomorrow that says, "Do you want to record the next episode?"
Yeah, maybe. Might get one tonight. Later
You don't want to record my house in the evening.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're touching on an hour now.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's time to say farewell until next time.
Yeah. Don't forget to send your questions if you've got any.
Yeah. Right. Cheerio. See you next time.
See you later.